Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SQL Query Solution. This is a channel from where you can learn to solve SQL queries problems. Now in this video we are going to solve one of the most asked interview question, which is second highest salary. We got this question from LeetCode. It is a kind of medium, and here is the question. We have given a table called employee, and in the employee table we have the ID and salary. Write an SQL query to report the second highest salary from the employee table. If there is no second highest salary, the query should report null. Okay. Now let's first try to understand the question. What we basically need to ask for. We have given a table of employee, and in the employee table we can have multiple employees and their salary will be different or maybe same. We don't know. So our problem is that we need to find the second highest salary. Highest salary means which is earning the most. So in this case employee ID 3 is earning the most, which is 300. But who is the second person, who is the second employee who is earning after this, which is 200? So in this case we need to return 200 as the second highest salary. Let's say we have given a table where each and every employee is having the same amount of salary. Employee ID 1 is having 100, 200, 300. So in this case there is no second highest salary, so in this case we need to return null as a result. Now, there might be a question that there is already a tons of videos available on YouTube based on these questions, right? Then why we are here? We are here because in this video, we are not only going to solve this problem, but also you are going to learn so many things of max function, what is subquery, what is all about top clause, so that you will be more confident in the interview when this question will be asked to you. There is not only to solve a problem, but also you should be very confident about the question and each part of the query, right? So that's why we are here. Let's move on to the solution part. So basically we are going to use the first max function. What is this max function? Max function is basically a function which is going to return the highest value. It can be anything. Let's say I want to know the highest ID of an employee. So I will just simply write max ID. So it is going to return me as 3 as a result, because in this particular table we have the highest ID, which is 3. So we are not going to use this function on ID, but we are going to use this function on the salary, so that we can know that which is the highest salary. Now why do we want to know the highest salary? Because we are going to find the second highest salary. So to get the second highest salary, first of all, we need to find the highest salary. So in this case, this is 300 is the highest salary, right? Now, after knowing the highest salary, we are going to eliminate this. Eliminate this not from the table, but in our query. Now, the rest of the rows is going to have the second highest salary. So in this case, 100 and 200 is the rows which is left after eliminating this highest salary. Now in this list again we are going to get the highest salary. So in this table we are having 200 as the highest salary. So this is what our second highest salary. Got my point? Now let's move on to the next part, which is the subquery. What is subquery? Subquery and main query. Subquery is basically a query which is going to execute first, and then the other main query will be executed. Now what does this mean? This basically means, let's say we have a main query, select star something like this from a table, and in the table we, in the query we have a second query which is inside this bracket. So this statement is going to execute first, and it is going to return the result, and this result will be passed to this main query to get a value. Now it might be confusing right now. We have, first of all we need to find the maximum salary. Select max salary from employee table, right? So this is going to return the 300. As you can see, we have 300. Now let's say give it a name or no column name, it is specified here. So this is the maximum salary, right? But in our case, we don't know, want this maximum salary. We want the list of other salaries, this one, right? So how we can do that? We can use a where clause where you can specify that I don't want this maximum salary, but the other list of salaries, right? So we are going to do the same. Here we are going to specify that we don't want this maximum salary but the other list of salary. So we are going to write a main query. Select salary from employee TBL where salary should be less than, right? Salary should be less than this maximum salary. So this is our sub query. What it is going to do is it is first going to execute this query, select max salary from employee table, where and it will get the result as 300. And now this query is going to execute, which is basically asking for all the salaries which is less than this maximum salary. So let's execute this and see the result. So here you can see that we have salary 100, salary 200. So 300 is basically is eliminated because of this where clause. Now, we don't want this again, the 100 and 200 list, but now we want to the maximum salary of this list. So again, what we are going to do is we are just going to apply max function one more time to get the second highest salary, and this time it is going to return 200, which is basically our second highest salary. Let's give it an alias name as second highest salary. So we are here, we have second highest salary as 200. I have pasted the same query here in LeetCode and it get accepted by this LeetCode engine. Now, the interviewer might ask you that okay, it's okay, you have got the solution, you got everything to know. Is there any other way which you can use to get the same answer? So yes, we do have that in this case now we are going to use our second approach. What would be our second approach? Again, we are going to use that max function, but this time we are also going to use this top clause. What this top clause do? It is basically used to select rows from a list of a row, right? So let's say I am select star from employee. So in this case, it is going to return all the rows of this employee table. Now, I want to select only one row. So what I can do is I can specify select top one, only one row, then top one. Top one is star from employee. And if I specify top two row, top three row, top four row. So top row, top clause is basically used to get the specified number of rows which you want. So again, for the we are going to use uh, first of all we will eliminate this highest salary, and from the rest of the salaries we are going to order by this in ascending order. So for here now it is 100 and 200, so we can say 200 and 100, and then we are going to select top one row. So first of all what we are going to do, we are going to eliminate 300. Then in the second step, we are going to order by salary, so that whatever there will be rest of the list, it is going to arrange in descending order. So 200 will be first row, 300 will be second row. And then what we are going to do is we are just going to select top one salary from the rest of the list. So first of all, we are going to say select salary from employee table. And now in our subquery, where salary should be less than, select max salary from employee table. So it is going to return all the salaries and just eliminate the highest salary, right? Now, as you can see, the order by is 100 200, which basically means in ascending order. So what we can do is to specify, we can specify the order by as descending, so that 200 will be first, say 100 will be second row. So we can say order by salary, DESC, descending. So now you can see the list as 200 and 100. So it basically rearrange the salaries in descending order. Now here we what we can say is top one salary. So in this case 200 is our the top one salary, which is our second highest salary. So now let's execute this and see the output. Yes, we got our salary 200, and we will give it as an alias name as second highest salary. Let's copy and paste our solution in the lead code and see if it got executed or accepted or not. Wrong answer. Why we are getting wrong answer? But as we have seen in the our MS SQL, it got executed and it given us 200 as our second highest salary. Why then it is not accepted here? You might have forgot the question completely. There is a one sentence which is being added. If there is no second highest salary, the query should report null. To understand this, why it not accepted, let's do some modification. In our salary table, what we are going to do is we are going to specify each salary as the same 100. Why I'm doing this? Let me show you. In this case, there will be no second highest salary, right? Because all the salaries are same. So what the query should return? It should return null as a result. But what it is being returned? There is nothing to return at all, because there is no one top row, top one salary we are getting here. This is the main reason why the lead code has rejected this solution. What we can do is, if you don't know about what are variables, what are all about in SQL, you can watch my previous videos. So what we are going to do is we are here going to declare a variable, declare salary as int. Now when I execute it, I mean select salary, and I say salary, what it is going to return, because salary is a kind of integer, and let's say I have specified an initial value of 10. What is going to return? It is going to return 10 simply, right? Now let's say I don't specify any initial value. What it should return? It should return null, because by default if we don't initialize, it is going to set it as integer as or any other data type as null. Now how we can use this? We are going to use this in our query. Here first of all we are going to declare a variable called in salary, which is was kind of integer. Then we are going to select top one, and we are going to set the value whatever the salary will be returned from this salary table. Now after that, what we are going to do is we are just simply going to return or show the salary value as the second highest salary. Now here we are getting our second highest salary as null instead of no value, no row. So when we specify the salary, we haven't initialized any value to this, and by default it is going to store null. So if this query is going to return anything, it is going to being stored in this salary variable. Otherwise it will be having the same null value in it. So after that we are going to just this return or show the salary which is there in the salary variable. So let's now copy and paste this solution in LeetCode and see the result. And now it is accepted because it is going to return null if there is no second highest salary. So hope you all get all the points, and if you do like this video, make sure to like this video and do subscribe our channel if you find this channel useful. Thank you.